Here we have for sale our November 2023 on a 73 plate Ford Transit Custom Signature. This is the 320 model, which means it's got a 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. This one's got the 2 litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine producing 130 PS, which is roughly 130 brake horsepower. That is accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and this is a factory short wheelbase double cab limited van finished in metallic magnetic grey. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Transit Custom Limited of this age. We'll talk you through what makes this van one of our signature styled Transit Customs, what we've done to it during our preparation, have a really close look at its condition, and also things like the service history, seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. So starting then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with rear barn doors. So barn doors are 2 doors which open in that sort of fashion. On a limited, you get a number of elements which come color coded. So that includes things like the door handles, the bumpers, bits of trim like this down the side and the rear, and things like the wing mirror covers all come color coded in metallic magnetic grey in this case. Start looking at the top of the rear doors, then we can see that this one has of course got the rear spoiler which has been added there, and that is all part of our signature styling package. That ties in really well with some of the other sporty bits, which we'll talk you through in just a second. And this van has actually got 2 cameras at the rear. So this camera at the top here, this was actually standard on this age of Transit Custom. So this is basically designed to mimic your rear view mirror. So this is, as you can see, it's sitting more parallel to the ground. This gives a really nice clear image out the back of the van, which is displayed in what looks like a rear view mirror inside the cab, and I'll show you how that works a little bit later on. But there is also another camera down here, which this would have been an optional extra. So this is a reversing camera, and I say that would have been a factory fitted optional extra at the time of ordering. Down at the bottom then you can see you get rear parking sensors all nicely integrated into the rear bumper, so really you've got plenty of view out to the back here to help you when manoeuvring. There's a little mark just here, I can see below that rear reflector, little mark in the paintwork just there, and a couple of other small little hairlines in the center just here, but otherwise, as you can probably see, looking very, very clean and tidy at the back of the van. Here is a lovely gloss to the paintwork. As always, our guys do just a tremendous job when it comes to preparing these vans to get them to this sort of standard that you see in these videos. Opening up the rear doors, then we can start to have a look at the load space in the back of this van. So this one has also had brand new ply lining. We do this on the vast majority of ply line vans that come into stock with us, so we strip it all out and fit brand new ply lining into the back, and that's there for a couple of reasons. It's there of course to improve its aesthetics, so it's to make it look nice of course when we're selling it, but crucially it's also there to protect the vehicle as well. So if you've got cargo moving around in here in the back, it's not going to cause a nasty outward dent in the side of your nice new Transit Custom van. But you can see the ply liner does just a fantastic job. So full rear door coverage, nice little infills here and all nicely silicone sealed in, even around the wheel boxes there, and it just does a really nice job. And there's actually another factory optional extra back here, and that is that this one has got LED load lights in the back as well. But having a close look at the condition, you can see the exposed painted areas are all looking very good. The bulkhead's in good condition. Having a look at the floor, you get this sort of non-slip rubber flooring in the back. That's all looking very good. And of course the rear threshold there just gives you a good look at everything there in the back. So if we shut the rear doors, we'll continue to go around the outside of the van. So I mentioned right at the start of the video, this is a November 2023. That means you've got manufacturer's warranty on this particular van until November 2026, and that is when it's going to be due its first MOT as well. Now the other bits on here looking down the side which are part of the signature styling package are of course the 18-inch multi-spoke gloss black alloy wheels. These are fully load rated with load rated tyres, and all absolutely brand new on the vehicle, which do set it off very well. And there's also a nice set of sidebars there as well, which help to complete that side profile. If we open up one of the side loading doors, so being a factory double cab, you do get twin side loading doors with opening windows as standard. Looking then at the rear seats, you can see you've got this very sturdy full fixed bench seat in the back, and you've got ISOFIX compatibility across the 2 outer seats as well. And these do make just fantastic family vehicles, especially with the twin side loading door like this. Just being able to load children into the back, especially in car seats, makes life very, very easy. And you've got a nice amount of leg room there, and of course plenty of room in the back for anything else. But of course, these do double fantastically then as a work vehicle, because you can keep the front as your nice and clean like a car, and the back is your sort of tool element, or your dirty sort of van area can be kept completely separate with that bulkhead in the back. Having a look at the condition here in the back, so looking at the step, the floor, so it's fully carpeted on the floor. That's as they come from factory. And just again, I'd like to sort of show you some of the attention to detail that our guys go to. So even right the way under the seats here, all of that is completely cleaned and detailed when they prepare these vans. So as I say, they do go absolutely above and beyond to get them looking as clean as this. There's a nice full set of rubber transit overmats in this van, which I always like to see, because it just gives us a little element, a little taste really of what the previous owner, how they've cared for it, and they are continue into the front as well. But yeah, lovely condition here in the back. Opening up the passenger door then, having a look at the passenger door card. Again, the step there, that rubber overmat there in the front, just offering great protection. And as I say, being a factory double cab, you do get carpet right the way through into the back, which I think really offers a lot of sound deadening, because these vans are very, very comfortable to drive, much quieter, I think, than, say, its competitor, the Volkswagen Transporter of a similar age, where you're then relying on sort of sound deadening and carpeting and things like that. But as you can see here, this has got a full proper headlining in it, and as I say, that carpet in the back and the front makes a big, big difference. Having a look at the passenger seats then, so this is set up as a 6-seater, so you've got 2 seats here in the front for a passenger, and you can flip these forward. That gives you access then to some extra storage under the seat. And again, just attention to detail, all of this is as clean as you'll find anywhere else on the van. You've also then got the fold down tray in the centre, a couple of cup holders there, and somewhere to store your paperwork as well. Having a look at the dashboard, it's all looking pretty good actually. There's a couple of very light marks just here on this sort of leading edge, but to be honest with you, we see a lot worse than this usually, so that is actually looking very clean and tidy. Closing the door then, so service history wise, we do have evidence of a previous Ford service being done on this van. I believe that was in November of 2024, so when it was a year old. And now we have done a further full service on the vehicle in our van specialist workshop, which is Bridgend Van Care. So they've changed all of the filters as part of that full service. So gone through it, given it a clean bill of health. So the van is absolutely ready to drive away from here straight away. Moving around to the front then, you can see some big changes here to the front of the van with the signature styling package. So you've got the Ford Trail front grille and also the lower splitter there, which has been added as well. And you can see on the lower splitter, you've got these nice gloss black elements, so that honeycomb path there, the lower front splitter, and also these fins are in gloss black, which contrast to the bodywork, but also tie in very well with things like the wheels and the sidebars. So I think it just completes a very, very nice look to the vehicle. This one's actually got another factory fitted optional extra, and that is that it has got the folding roof rack, so what is known as roof rack in stow. So you can actually, as I say, these are in, of course, the up position at the moment, but you can pull on the handles on the side like this, and you can fold those down very easily if you want to, and click them back into place. So day to day when you're driving around, if you're not using those roof racks, you can fold those down, you can't even see them, and also then you don't get the wind noise of a roof rack. So very clever bit of kit. Of course you can remove them if you want to, but as I say, I think it's a nice touch on this van. Having a look at the front then, the bonnet is looking very clean and tidy. You're going to get the odd tiny little stone chip here or there, which is of course inevitable, but generally speaking, looking very smart indeed. You also get front parking sensors on a limited and front fog lights, and of course having a look at the headlight, you get that lovely LED daytime running light around the outside as well. And then finally here, looking down the driver's side of the vehicle, very, very nice, it must be said. These are beautiful metallic fleck. I don't know if you can see that in the paintwork, but lovely metallic fleck to the paintwork. We're in direct sunlight here, so you would see any sort of imperfections or anything like that. The vehicle, as the vast majority are, they're fully machine polished with ourselves before they leave, and you can just see it is looking very, very smart. And there's 3 tiny little chips just there, very small, but as I say, if I can see them, I'll gladly point them out to you. Then finally opening up the driver's side loading door, which just gives you another element, another view of the rear seats, another aspect is the word I'm looking for. And then finally here, opening up the driver's door, we can have a look at the spec and condition inside here. So the driver's door card is looking very nice. Same with the step, the floor. This is the placement of the toolkit behind this little door just here. Having a look at the driver's seat, that is in very good order. You've got height adjustment here. This is height adjustment of the front of the seat, or what they call thigh adjustment. You've got a driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. The vehicle is supplied with 2 full flip remote keys, leather multifunctioning steering wheel, cruise control on the left-hand side, onboard computer controls on the right-hand side, and you can see the mileage there, 24,231 miles, all running and idling correctly, no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Auto-activated lights, auto-activated wipers, 12-volt socket and a USB up on top of there. This is the rear view camera, which I was mentioning, the rear mirror camera. So you have actually got some adjustments on here, so you can actually adjust the brightness if you want, and then if you go on to this setting, you can actually adjust the positioning slightly as well. If you want to turn it off, just like you would on a normal mirror, the little anti-glare toggle under there, that then turns it back to a normal mirror, and then just flick it on, and then you get back to that lovely clear rear view mirror. Into the center then, you've got the lovely Sync 3 screen. This gives you DAB radio on here, and if you connect your smartphone to either of the USBs, either the one on top of the dashboard, which I showed you, or this one just down here, that then gives you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Underneath then, here you've got air conditioning, heated seats, heated windscreen, and heated door mirrors. All of that comes as standard on the Limited. 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that 130 brake horsepower engine, and a nice little hidden cup holder. And then the final thing to mention is that this one has also got the optional extra of the 3-pin socket. So it's a 230 volt 3-pin socket under there, which is a really handy little feature. So just to summarize then, this is a November 2023 on a 73 plate. We have previous Ford service history on this van in November 2024, and we have, in our van specialist workshop, Bridgend Van Care, we have carried out a further full service on the vehicle, so it is absolutely ready to drive away today. Full signature styling, as you can see, brand new ply lining in the back, 2 keys, lovely condition, and some really nice optional extras on this one as well, with the reversing camera, the roof rack in stow, the 230 volt power converter, LED load lights. So yeah, some really nice optional extras on this over and above what you would get on the normal Limited. I think that looks absolutely fantastic in the magnetic grey, and as I say, absolutely ready to drive away from here straight away. If you'd like to see the full advert, if you haven't seen it already, head over to our website there, bridgendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the price, description, and the photography of this van and all of the others that we've currently got for sale. We can take cars or vans in part exchange. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, and we can also deliver our vans nationwide as well. Thank you very much for watching.